Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. It's been raining for a couple days, got a little break here. I got a ton of stuff to get done today, but my wife is leaving in about a half hour and I need to wear this dog out. So we're going to go on a little walkabout. I really need to check on the progress in these ditches, and I was gonna just do that real quick. Well, check on the progress here, check all the grapevines to see if there's grape flea beetle on them, and a few other things. So I really need to, we had a windstorm as well, so I need to do a walk around the loop and check on a bunch of things, so might as well combine it with walking Izzy. My Grape Growers Association, a lot of people are reporting the grape flea beetle on their vines. I haven't been down in the vineyard for a few days, but you can see on these, well, this vine is usually really late to start sprouting. And then it goes insane. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the stuff is dying back, the bad stuff, but there is still, like this weed right here, I got to get rid of it. So I'm going to come in here and spray a little bit of glyphosate today. That's the other video from today. Oh, looks like I'm going to have Maisie and the dog. This will be fun. Maisie wants to try to teach her how to go into these pipes. And I think she might be trying to kill the dog, but not 100% sure. She takes her to the edges of stuff, and eventually Maisie will just climb a tree if the dog's just bothering her too much, but they'll end up getting along, I'm sure of it. They'll have to, because they're both going to have to walk with me. I have a lot of the perennials that are already growing here are popping up, but I also have like this whole patch right in here is all weeds and raspberries that are suckering. We're getting rid of the raspberries and putting a regular garden there, so I might take those out. This is all weed. See, a lot of this stuff is perennial, and I need to... You guys, a lot of these weeds are perennials, and I need to get in here and carefully spray them. See, I got a lupine there. There's lupine all over the place. There's a lupine there, and that's one of our preferred plants, so I just got to be careful. Like all this stuff at the bottom, I can spray. It's looking really good, like this grass and stuff. All the stuff that came up is perennials, and all these little seedlings that are coming up end up just dying. Like this right here is Rudbeckia, so is this. Get! She's a little ham too. This is a weed though. So I'll need to get through here. I'll spray and hand pull some stuff. So it should go pretty quick. That's hollyhock right there. Got a little bit of yellowing on it. I might have hit it with the glyphosate when I did the first pass through here. If it dies, big deal. I will plant some more. You two, hey, Izzy. Thank you. Good puppy. You two get along. You're going to be walking together for years. They understand English. They're both pretty damn smart. Yeah, again, this is coneflower. And from the way it's curling like that, it looks like I sprayed that with glyphosate. Again, I have replacements. I really got to get rid of these weeds, and then it's all getting replaced with dense grasses like that with flowers in between them. And at some point it'll naturalize like regulation prairie. I did not leave that there. I'm gonna blame the dog. So that's about it for here. Let's head over to the Walnut Bluff. Well, after the burn over here, this is looking really nice. If it wasn't so damn muddy, I could actually plant today, but if I had the time, I don't have the time. So this is getting prairie smoke over here. That bottlebrush grass is, I believe I'm going to be going around the tree with it. I'm doing mass plantings of pretty much everything to get an idea of what everything looks like. The entire front, this area and the whole front and a couple other areas are going to be more like prairie gardens, and the rest of the areas are going to be more naturalized. They're just going to be a mix of seeds, and whatever happens, happens. But this is where I'm thinking of planting that wavy hair grass, like along the base of these rock outcroppings and stuff. Should look pretty cool. Okay, so this is doing well too. This was sprayed, I can't even remember, 4 or 5 days ago, and then it's been raining ever since. Once the glyphosate gets into the plant, rain right after that helps move it around through the plant, and the glyphosate works better. So this is pretty well killed back. All I need to do really is come in here with a hard-tined rake it up a bit, toss the seed, and then step it in. Easier said than done. It's a pretty big area, but it'll get done. No, hey, no going over cliffs. Izzy, come. Yeah, the moss down in the ravine is greening up really nice. It looks awesome down there. I'm going to have to take a trip up that sometime this summer and show what it looks like down there. But what I wanted to show here was that Jack in the Pulpit, which is right up around the corner. And upon further review, I was thinking that big old thing that I planted was a bulb, but it's not. It's a corm. Okay, put it right in here somewhere. Well, it's not making itself very visible, so when it does sprout up, I'll show it to you. There'll be a bunch of other ones as well, so I'll give you a peek when that happens. So far, nothing surprising. You know, we had the high winds when I was planting the bur oak trees, so I'm sure there's a bunch of trees down, but I'm only concerned about the ones across the road. May apples all over the place, and it is May 1st, so makes a lot of sense. Good girl. Okay, this is what I've been calling the North Prairie. This is the northernmost prairie patch that I have. I got a little bit of stuff to kill in here, but I was looking at the north pasture, and this stuff is ready to graze. It's just been so damn wet that we can't really put the horses in here without really screwing up the ground. And I have 2 trees down over there, but they're not messing with the fence, so they could go in here regardless of whether I get the trees cut out or not. I'm going to go on a full day of tree cutting in the near future when I get a dry day. I need a dry day and a half. It has to dry out. You really don't want to walk on this angle when it's wet. But yeah, I got to do those trees. I got a bunch of trees behind the house. Trees everywhere. I should take out these trees as well, but most of them are standing dead, and I can just leave them for years if I want and just pick up the branches as they fall. But all in all, this is looking really good as well. This was sprayed once earlier, and now that new stuff has come up, I'll spray it again and probably one more time before this gets planted. This still has a lot of little weeds and stuff growing in it. I got to get this area too that was burned. This is all foxgrass. This really needs to be knocked back, and it has to stay knocked back until he dozes this. As soon as these leaves on this American chestnut, as soon as it starts putting out leaves, I should be able to take this off, spray it with the deer repellent, and it should be good for the summer. They don't really care much for it. It's just, if it's a novelty, a tree sitting there with buds, you know, they might come up and bite the top off, and I don't want that. It's already had plenty of damage, mostly from rabbits, so. Okay, so this area is looking good too. Now I gotta go scout the vineyard for a great flea beetle. I gotta do it quick because my wife's gotta leave. And then I'm gonna take a quick walk through the west pasture, mostly to see if it's ready to graze and if it's full of Canada thistle. If it's full of, if it's got a bunch of Canada thistle in there, I'm going to have to get in there with 2,4-D and knock the thistle out. That is an endangered, or Canada thistle is a invasive species, and you really don't want it in a pasture. Yeah, we got to get in here and mow the grass this weekend. Man, did things green up since a couple days ago. All right, let's look for that nasty little beetle. Oh, I didn't even see that. There's a monster thistle right there. I need to get in here. I can only spray glyphosate in here, but I'm going to be spraying today. I really need to get rid of this burdock and this Canada thistle. This stuff is nasty. It'll be everywhere if you don't get rid of the rosettes. I believe this is second year. The first year it makes a rosette that's real low to the ground, so you mow right over it. The second year this stuff will get 6 feet tall, and it's just really nasty. So I'm going to have to come through here as well and spritz some of this stuff with glyphosate. I need to get rid of that, what is that, lamb's quarters? Or, whatever. I got to get rid of that as well. I know never mind. Okay, I'm not finding any grape flea beetles, but I am finding that these buds are ready to pop. I'm sure they're gonna open up this week, and it looks like I got, well, with these non-count buds, I got 3 buds per, so the pruning is right, but I think I'm gonna rub off these non-count buds. I don't want this thing going too crazy. At some point in the very near future, I would like to plant grass in these rows, and I want to get a grass cutting robot in here to cut the grass. I think that's the way of the future. Yeah, I got 3 buds plus the non-count, but I'll bet there's probably another one under there. I'll have to get in here and thin this out once they start sprouting. Yeah, we got 2 here. I'll rub one of those off. This shouldn't even be here. I cut that whole thing off. Got to cut it off nice and flush with the vine. Alright, enough of this vineyard stuff. Let's get over there and look for Canada thistle over there. I haven't seen a single beetle. I think there was a couple in here last year, but they didn't do much of anything. But from our news group, they're hitting the middle part of the state. And I don't think they really threaten the vineyard at all. They just eat holes in the leaves, as far as I know. Okay, I'm going to go down another row and then cross over into the pasture over there. Izzy, come on, big girl. Let's go this way. Izzy, come. What do you have in your mouth? Izzy, come. Come on. Come on, big girl. She doesn't know where we're going. She's never been this way before. Probably all kinds of chipmunks in that wood pile. Okay, this is definitely ready for horses back here. I don't know, we can probably just let them out. It's not going to do that much damage. And we'll have to get them back in again for the rain tomorrow. But they could probably be out here all day today. But I think the fence is down. Oh well. I had seen some thistle over here on the last walkabout that I did, but I don't know where the hell it is. You know, you hate to have that stuff, 6 foot tall and then spreading, it puts out a zillion seeds. This is orchard grass, got tufts of it everywhere. I think this tree was down last time I was here. Yeah, this orchard grass is slowly taking over. I keep seeding it, and eventually this will be all orchard grass, and a lot of this forestry mulch or mulch is finally starting to decompose, so we won't have to deal with some of it. Some of the bigger stuff still needs to be stacked up and burned. Got burn piles everywhere, but this will be a pasture in no time without bulldozing. This is a no-doze pasture. Okay. Yeah, like I said in previous videos, I don't have time to do much of anything over here this year. I just got to take a walk here every once in a while, and really it's just checking for Canada thistle. And if I see that, I'll knock that back, but I really don't have time for anything else. So this is going to be on its own for the most part this year. Yeah, there is just orchard grass popping up everywhere. It's looking really nice. Especially this 2-year-old stuff. But this is all 1-year-old stuff. And that's very welcome as well. Yeah, the horses will just wander around in this stuff. This is just fine, but I do need to take out these impale hazards. Somebody's shooting right over here. Sounded pretty close, but probably not. I'm gonna go take a look at the apple tree. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't found any Canada thistle yet. I know I seen some earlier, but it's because I sprayed this many times last year. There's not much of any kinds of weeds here, and the ones I seen were first year rosettes, so they're real low to the ground, but they gotta go. Oh, this looks really nice. Yeah, if you've seen the video a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, got this all nice and pruned out. This will be flowering pretty soon, and when that happens, I'm going to take a road trip over to, there's a ridge not too far away with apple orchards everywhere. So I'm going to take a road trip over there and show you that. So if you want to be notified when that happens, make sure you subscribe. Click on the update icon so you're notified. And have yourself a great day.